friends, this is Jamie. I want to welcome you to the channel today. I hope everyone is doing well, staying safe. Today I am going to do the next part in my 2-year anniversary, basically my colored pages, every colored page I've ever done. I think this is part 4, maybe it's part 5. I'm losing track, but that's okay because I have these all in a playlist and they will be in that playlist, so you can just watch them in order, or you can watch them as they come out and it should be correct in the title, so we should be good. If you hear noise in the background, it's just my daughter. She is asleep. She has a head cold, so she's snoring. And you won't hear talking, but you may hear snoring. So that's just my daughter. But we'll just get started. And if you have any questions about any of the books that you see, just let me know. And yeah, we'll just have some fun. We'll see how long this video lasts. Now I have the camera zoomed out, so I'm hoping I'm in good enough frame. Maybe I'll move these pens. Yeah, just gonna move those out of the way. First one I have here is Doodle Invasion. This is Kirby Roseanne's book. If you like Kirby's doodly parts in his earlier books, you'd probably like this book. It's just full of his doodles, basically. It's on Amazon print paper, and I have colored this one. I colored this one. I've used my magnetic bookmarks this time around, so we're not wasting paper. But I colored this one with alcohol markers and neon gel pens. And I did this one in 2020. So this was in August of 2020, I think, yeah. And I used some yellowing markers, if you guys can tell. I probably don't have those markers anymore, but it is what it is. And it looks like I used a little bit of Moonlight Jelly Roll on this one as well. And it's just fun and cute. Going into my coloring book cafe, I have Country Fair coloring book, and this is one of their earlier coloring books. It has doubles of everything. I colored this one, and she's tossing some like bottles, and I did this one in 2019, so June 2019. That was a very long time ago. I used colored pencils, gel pens, it looks like. And I probably blended them out with odorless mineral spirits, or maybe I just pressed really hard, because I think it would have been before I would have known about odorless mineral spirits. So that's this one. You can tell my coloring style has changed somewhat, and I pressed really hard. You can see the imprint on the back of the paper. So that's this one. Next one I have here is Coloring Book Cafe's Greatest Hits coloring book, the 30 best coloring pages from Coloring Book Cafe. And I've done this one, and I did this one with a different neon gel pens and glitter gel pens. This mandala was kind of different because it's messed up right here. I don't know if they did this on purpose or if it was some kind of messed up thing. I didn't know about this mess up until I already had been going, because I started in the middle and just kept going and going. I'm like, wait a minute. So I just did the best I could to roll with it. And you can see all the glitter that I used on that. Hopefully you can. So that's that one. And this one has like a variety of things. It's not just mandalas, so it's one of those a little bit of everything books. Next one I have here is Mexican Fiesta coloring book by Coloring Book Cafe, and this one's a newer one. I just did this one last year. And this one is done with alcohol markers and moonlight jelly rolls. And the moon is Pentel Sparkle Pop. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, that's how this turned out. I got this book because I didn't have anything like this in my collection. And as you can see, there's different things, and everything is framed in, so that's nice. So that's that one, Mexican Fiesta coloring book. Next one I have here is Coloring Book Cafe's Gnome Life coloring book. This one I have done a few. Did this girl with the apples. I think she looks like a nun. I don't know, something about it. Maybe it's the colors I used. In this one I decided I would, after I colored everything here, I decided I would take my white gel pen and outline all the black lines with white gel pen to give a different look that I had never tried before. And I like how my apples turned out. Very fun, just easy gnome coloring. This is what I think I did in 2020. I can't remember. It's been a while. I did this one. It's still one of my favorites. So all of these little gnomes, I wanted to give them rainbow hats. And I thought it was really fun. And they were just like floating. There was like no purpose to why they were just kind of floating here. And so I decided to turn his little ball into an ornament, and I put these strings on all of them, kind of giving the appearance that they're hanging in like a bush or something, like they're glass ornaments. And you can tell there's glitter on the turtle and on some of the spots. And then I have this one. And this is the gnomes going swimming at the pond. And I use alcohol markers and gel pens, a little bit of pencil, but the pencil didn't do that great on this paper, so I kind of backed off from the pencil. And I can see the lines where I stopped with the alcohol marker, but it's okay. And these ducks have sparkle pop on them. So that is how that one turned out. It's not my favorite, but it's okay. Next one I have here is Baby Animals Coloring Book, Volume 1 by Coloring Book Cafe. And I did this squirrel, this baby squirrel. I think I did this around fall. That's why there's autumn leaves. And I used Prismacolor pencils on the squirrel. And I remember being very proud of my squirrel because I don't do realism very much. And I just really like how he turned out. So do I like everything else in this picture? It's okay. But I really like this squirrel. So I'm glad how he turned out. I'm very proud of him. Next one I have is Happy Easter Coloring Book by Coloring Book Cafe. And I have just done one in here. Oh, there it is. And it is, I did it around Easter time. Colored him basically with alcohol markers. Then I outlined him to make him so he stood off the page a little bit. And all the eggs in the back are done with glitter gel pens. Just some random glitter gel pens that I had. And then I put washi tape around the border. And this washi tape is the cheap washi tape you can get from the dollar store. Nothing too extravagant, but very fun, very effective, and super adorable. Next one I have is my big boy. This is 125 mandalas by Coloring Book Cafe. When they released this one, It was like the biggest mandala book out there. It was before Sally Berry came out with the 300. And I thought if I got that, I would be pretty set on mandalas. And it had all of their mandalas, their whole mandala collection in this book. And there were several of their mandala books that I liked. So I decided to pick this one up. And this is the one that I've colored in here, which I really, really like. And it wasn't autumn time or anything. I just pulled these colors because I was feeling these colors at the time. And I think this is kind of like stained glass. And I did shading with pencils. And I just really, really like how this turned out. It's kind of St. Patty's Day, autumn vibes to me. But there is some glitter gel pen on there as well. You guys can see that. So that's that one. And I think I used the Colleen colored pencils for that. Sorry, my stack was falling. Going into my Sherry Baldy collection. This one is Happy Birthday coloring book. I've colored an image each birthday since I've gotten this book. And the first one I did was this one, and I did a color and chat on the channel. It was my first color and chat ever on the channel, and I didn't know how to record long videos, so I think this video is like in 3 parts. But you can still check it out because it's still on the channel. It's alcohol marker with pencil on top, and there is some gel pen as well. And I picked a color palette for this beforehand. So yeah, that's how she came out. And then I have another one that I did the next year on my birthday, which was this one. So that first one was in 2020, and this one was in 2021. My birthday's in May, and you remember I showed you the Suki's little things where I said the coral and the teal work really well together. This is a perfect example of those color combos working really well together. That coral color and that turquoisey color, they just work. And I did a little bit of a background here as well. And I don't really worry about coloring in the lines and being perfect when I'm coloring in these books, because the imagery, the illustrations are very sketchy, hand-drawn illustrations. So I think it's designed to let loose when you color as well. And I think she turned out cute. Next one I have here is Sherry Baldy, My Bestie's Adorable Pets. And this one, I've only done one. And it's this one, the girl with the puppy. Again, we have the pink, well, it's not coral. This one's pink and teal and yellow. And of course I have yellow because yellow is my favorite color. And we have this cute little dog. And this was the first time I had ever tried a stripe background, kind of like pinstripes. And I did pink and yellow because that's kind of what she's wearing, and it just jives. So yeah, and then I put some sparkle gel pen on there. The frame is Pentel Sparkle Pop, but there's some in that sucker as well. And I really like this one. I like coloring in these. They're fun. And then the last Sherry Baldy I'm going to show you is this one, Sherry Baldy, My Bestie, Steampunk Reloaded. And I colored this one. So this one was a review of markers on the channel. Parku has redone their marker formula so it doesn't cause yellowing. This was my tester, and I used reds on purpose and brown on purpose because those are the colors that tend to yellow. And as you can see, I did this back, I think, in 2020. There is no yellowing. the markers have been changed and updated. So if you are curious about those markers, you should be good now. And she's cute, and she turned out just fine. Not my normal color palette, but like not as vibrant and bright, but still very cute and very effective and perfect for steampunk. Just adjusting here. Now I'm going into my Tatiana Boogie Mustalova collection. I have quite a few of her books. I don't have all of them, but I haven't colored in all of them, so I'm just showing you the ones I've colored in. I have colored in this one, Nice Little Town ABC, and I have colored the letter A. And this one, I tried to use colors that remind me of apple, so we have red, because red and apples, and then we have green, like the Granny Smith apple, and I put some metallic gold gel pen on that as well. And this was a pretty simple coloring, and this book was gifted to me by Danielle, Danny Buttons, and I don't think I've done any more. I only marked the one, so I think I've only done letter A. And the next one here I have is Nice Little Town 4. I don't have Nice Little Town 1 through 3 because I like the ones with the mice more than just the houses by themselves. And with this one, I started this one, and I think I just lost momentum, or I wanted just to change, just trying something different. This one I have done with the Colleen colored pencils, and I do like how it turned out here this little bit. I think it's really cute. I mean, I did color all the elements that I started to color, so it wasn't like I just colored random things all over a page. But yeah, that's how that one turned out. And then I was testing some pencils on this one, and I just colored this little guy right here. And I think this was Tombow Rogitins I was testing, which I ended up returning because I don't care for those pencils, but I have that little guy as colored. Next one I have is Nice Little Town 5, and this one I have colored the nameplate page, and I did this one last year, and I found out that the pencils that I really enjoy using in this book is the Faber-Castell Gold Faber pencils. And after this, I used this just with the plain 12 set. After this, I decided I wanted to get the big set, and I have the big set now. I just haven't colored in this one more. I only colored the one. This one was relatively new. I didn't have it in my collection, but yeah, I just colored that just to test out those pencils. Next one I have is Nice Little Town 6, and right here it says Tanya, but it's the same person, Boogie Mustalova, and I have colored this one. Do I love it? No. Do I like it? It's okay. I do like how these look see-through, so I guess I should highlight the good points. I like that part. I think this is appropriate color for a pear-like house. I just don't know. I don't know. I did a lot of straight coloring here. I think I just wanted to finish the page. Honestly, I lost the motive to want to really work on it, so I just hurried and finished it. Like, it started out really good and stuff, and I was like, I just want to finish this. So it's alcohol markers, and I think, yeah, the brown that I used down here did leave some yellowing. There's some yellowing right here. I can see it. but it's not too drastic. It's barely there. So I think I can color over this, no problem. So that's nice little town 6. Now I have nice little town 7, 8, and so forth, but I haven't colored in those. I apologize. I'll get to them eventually. So this is nice little town 10. I have done a few in this one because it was a color along in my Facebook group last year. And I did this one with Crayola twistable pencils, I remember, because you can see all the pencil lines and stuff. And I didn't really want to color all those. I just colored this part. That's how that one came out. And I have broke the spine here, so it really lays open. I colored this one. And this one's pretty vibrant. I use the Jelly Roll glaze for these, and it feels cool and it's see-through, and yeah. We've glitter gel pen on there, bodysuits, and this is mostly pencil. Some of it is alcohol marker base with pencil on top, but yeah, that's how this one turned out. And this one is my favorite one. I like how the glow is hitting his face and his book, and I just really like how this one turned out. And I like the night sky. I blended this. This was pencils, and I blended it with odorless mineral spirits. And I like how this looks all cool. Like these are those orby things with little flowers coming out. I just really like how this particular page came out. And I wasn't really thinking about a palette. I was just pulling markers as I saw fit. So yeah. Not getting scared of those books anymore, starting to find a niche, which is good. Next, I'm going into my Julia Rivers collection. I have Guardians of the Enchanted Forest, and I just barely colored this one last year. And this one I did with an assortment of ultrafine permanent markers. And I think I may have used a couple regular alcohol markers, but for the most part, it was just permanent markers. This one, I actually really enjoyed it. I chose a palette for the background, and then I chose a different palette for her and a different palette for him. And something about it is like, she's like my autumn girl, and he's like my summer guy. And then we've got this blue, like cold palette in the background. I really like how it came out. And seeing this makes me not intimidated of this book anymore, because this was the first page I had ever colored in here. And what's nice about this book is you don't have to do regular skin tone. You can explore different options of color, and it's just fun to color these guys. Next one I have is Peaceful Village of Dreams, and it says illustrated by Forest Diver, but it's part of the Julia Rivers collection. And I've just colored one, and this was forever ago, guys. This was in 2019. I am sure of it. This is pencils when I was drilling my pencils, like really digging in. And I even have gel pen on here. And there is a million little things going on this page. And I don't know if I'd pick a page like this right now to color. Lately I've been using more simplified, bigger images. But this has a whole bunch of little details, and I really enjoyed it at the time. And I can see the shine from the wax pencil. You can tell I really burnished this. So yeah, that's how that one came out. Next one I have here is Monster Doodles Invasion by Ronnie C. Pios, also from the Julia Rivers collection. And I had colored another image in this and did it as a coloring book swap, and I sent it to another person so they could color an image in it. And we were like sending it to random people. I never got my book back. So I lost the image that I colored. So I replaced it with this new one, and I colored this image. So this one, I started down here, and I really wanted just to color something with crayons, and I was doing it was okay, but then I just didn't want to color with crayons anymore. I didn't like how it was going down on this paper. It was becoming frustrating, and it became a whip for like a long time. So I decided just to finish it off with alcohol markers. And I think it turned out still really cute. So this is a really fun book if you like monsters. This is the one that I had colored before, this one right here. But yeah. There's that one. Next one I have here is Alice's Adventure in Wonderland. This is one of my favorite ones of the Julia Rivers collection. And this is the one that I've colored. I colored her with Black Widow pencils. And there's glitter gel pen. And everything in the background is done with Bic Ultrafines. Sorry about that. And you can see that this is sparkly, and her boots are sparkly too. So yeah, I really like this book. It is full of Alice in Wonderland images. And some of them are a lot of stuff going on, but I do really like it. It's definitely one of those that takes a long time when you start it, but when they're finished, they just look great. Next one I have here is Loving the Good Vibes, a happiness coloring book. Mistakes are proof that you are trying. And this is illustrated by Lily Coe, also from the Julia Rivers collection. And I have colored this one, and it says smile on it. I bought this book because I needed a positive affirmation book. I just needed the uplifting thing. And I tried some new markers at the time and found out that all of the reds in that collection of markers left yellowing. And I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it kind of destroyed that one, but it's fine. Do I think I'll color every picture in this book? No, but it served its purpose that I was able to color it in it and relax, and that is what coloring books are for. So yeah, there's that one. Going into my Lacy Sunshines. This is Lacy Sunshine, the Sunshine Hobos coloring book. If you have never heard of Lacy Sunshine, I recommend this book first, or as one of your firsts. Even if you're not a big clown person, it's really cute. This is by Heather Valentin, and I've done this one. I don't know, I just really enjoy these images. I really like them. And 2 of the images in this book have been removed, and I put them in my binder, which you guys already saw in my first video. And then this was an extra in the back. And this is the first one I had ever colored with Prismacolor pencils. I remember that because I entered a coloring contest with this and I won. It was an Easter coloring contest. And I still love it. And like I said, this was my very first set of Prismas, and it was the 132 set. And I just had a good time coloring this and burnishing it to death on my kitchen table before I had a desk, all those wonderful things back in 2019, I think. Next one I have is Lacy Sunshine's Superheroes coloring book, and this is a volume 20. There is a ton of Lacy Sunshine books, just FYI. And I colored the first one, which is, the girl's name is the Sproutonator, because she is able to grow things from the dirt. Plant sprouts. Give her a green color palette. Just went loose with the markers down here. No rhyme or reason. And she's got lots of gold on her, and got to give her a little bit of freckly stuff going on because she's been in the sun. So, yeah. Love her. Love how she turned out. And I want to just do this in order, like, as they go. Just because I think it would be fun to do this book in order. And this one has 30 images to color. Someone asked me if I knew of a book that had 30 images. This book has 30 images. So if you were doing a book a month and like one a day, this would be a really good fun one to do because they're a different superhero every day. Next one I have here is Lacey's Sunshine Love coloring book. And this one, I colored the nameplate page. And I think this is a very unique nameplate page. How it's centered, not centered, it's off center. And these are stickers that I put for my name. And this is pretty much colored pencils, except I think I base layered a few things with marker. Yeah, like her hair and the flowers and stuff. And then I did this one, and this one was last year in February, did around Valentine's Day, and I still really like her. And the markers that I used on here did not cause yellowing, so they had to have been the Cali Arts, because Cali Arts don't cause yellowing. And this was when I started to get on a stencil kick, so yeah. Next one I have, another one that I would highly recommend because it's a collection book. This is Lacy Sunshine Presents the Early Years Greatest Hits coloring book. And so there's 50 in this one. I did this one just last year. I did this one for Sarah's birthday. Sarah from Chronic Coloring Down Under. The mint chocolate ice cream cone. I think she's cute. I didn't do a background, I just kept it nice and simple. I did this one, which was the Pumpkin Girl back in 2020. And look at that. Now these markers don't exist in my collection anymore. And what I've done to prevent further spread is I have waxed this page. And I also waxed the reverse side as well to create less of a spread, because the ink won't spread through the wax. And when I say wax a page, it's where you take a white candle, like the one that has the wick and you burn, and you just drag it across your page, kind of like or and then it will leave this waxy residue over everything. Now you can't go back in on your project, it has to be finished. But if you do that over it, it should prevent any kind of transfer of any sort of media. A lot of people use it for mixed media projects. And I also put it on the back side as well, because I noticed the yellowing was starting to creep up on this girl, right here and right here. I tried to color her so that you couldn't see the yellowing, but after time it's starting to become more dominant, so that's why I went ahead and waxed it. Now I can go in with Prismacolor pencils and lighten this up, but it's fine. She can have kind of a dirty face. She is a chef after all, so yeah. Those are those three. I think that's all I did. Yeah. Next, going into my Deborah Muller collection, I have Little Fae, Wee Fairies, and of Fairyville coloring book, and I did this one. This one is a buddy color. I think I did this one with Misty. She likes Deborah Muller books a lot, and this one was really fun. And I used, I think, chalk pastels, pebble chalk pastels for the background, and alcohol markers and glitter gel pen. So you can see that kind of kept to a very minimal color palette, which was nice. So there's that. Next one I have is Summertime Fun Coloring Adventure by Deborah Muller as well. And this one is a major yellowing one. This one I think was a buddy color as well. And this one's warped. And see, look at the yellowing going on here. It is this brown marker that's actually not vibrant anymore. It used to be really punchy and vibrant, but not anymore. And I tried to use gelatos on the background and tried to, like, I scribbled it on the paper and then I tried to smooth it out. Yeah, that didn't work. That just warped my paper. But it was a learning lesson, definitely, of the markers, the gelatos, the whole kit and caboodle. I mean, look how yellow this one came out. But it is definitely a learning lesson. I could definitely color this one, I think, and use some darker colors and try to avoid the yellowing, but time will tell. I may take this image out and put it in my portfolio so it doesn't cause any more yellowing going through pages, but we'll see. So that's Summertime Fun. Next one I have is Miss Fantastic Coloring Book. You are mermaiding inspirational quotes to live by. And I have just been coloring these ones in order. So I have done this one with the sunset. This is done with King's Art gel sticks straight on the paper. I blended them out on the paper. Same with the water. And then I did this next one. I think I just did this one last month. So you guys have recently seen this one. It says, it doesn't matter who believes in you as long as you believe in you. And this first one said, every sunrise and every sunset is proof there will be another new beginning. So the next one will be this one that doesn't have a quote. It's just a mermaid. But there is those. Okay, now we're going into my Tabitha Barnett collection. I have Whimsical Mandalas, Volume 2. And I have done this one with the gnomes and the mushrooms. I think I did this for a hashtag that was like a gnome hashtag. And it was a pretty simple, straight colored image. And that's how that one came out. Next one I have is Broken Mandalas, adult coloring book. And this one I did a tester. I was testing out some alcohol markers, which I don't have anymore, which are great markers, but I can't buy them anymore because they are not available anymore on Amazon. So these were just alcohol markers that are no longer available, which is a bummer because they didn't yellow. So yeah. Next one I have is Sweethearts and Sentiments adult coloring book. I got this one last year. And I had colored this first page. Very simple. Kind of look like me and my husband. And then I did this one. This one was last year as well. Her shoes, the dark raspberry color is a yellowing. I can see it transferred. I used it for outlining. Next one I have is Circles of Love adult coloring book by Tabitha Barnett, and this one's like a really thick book. And I did this one. It was just nice, easy No stress, straight color, because with the little dots and stuff, I didn't think you really needed to worry about having shading and all that. I just colored it straight, and I think it looks really cool with the black background. Very effective. I have Sea Circles, adult coloring book by Tabitha, and I colored this one just last year in February. I must have been on a Tabitha kick in February last year. And this one I did with all glitter acrylic markers, like the ones from the dollar store, and gel pens and stuff. The glitter has rubbed off here, I can see it, but it's all done with glitter, so voila, lots of little glitter. Next one I have is It's Fall, Y'all, adult coloring book, and I just did this one just this last fall, which is that. Pumpkins $1. The background is just pencils. I did an alcohol marker base for pretty much everything, and then shaded with pencils on top. Very simple, very effective, very cute. Kind of get an idea of how I color. Pretty much marker base things and then put pencil on top. Next one I have is Gnome for the Holidays, and Tabitha actually sent me this one, and this one I did the Happy St. Patrick's Day, so I must have got this around St. Patrick's Day last year. Okay, first off, notice all the black. The black is done with Sharpie, and if you guys can see this, Sharpie yellows over time. So if you guys are Sharpie lovers and you use a lot of black Sharpie, just beware that it's going to yellow. The black Sharpie will yellow your pages. So steer clear from that if you can avoid it. Now, black Bics, I haven't found do that. Only black Sharpie. So that's Gnome for the Holidays. I have this one, a Fairies Tale Coloring Storybook. Now this one is like a storybook. It's written by Franklin Newberry, and I have colored quite a few in this book. I'm like really close to finishing this book. I keep thinking this will be my first ever finished coloring book, because I want to laminate the pages together and create an actual book for my daughter. And I didn't put tabs in here because I've colored so many, but I'll just kind of flip through what I've done here. And we have an assortment of medias going on, but as you can see, my coloring processes have definitely changed from page to page. This one I screwed up, but I was trying to create mist and with acrylic paint, and it just got messed up, so oh well. Created texture on this pot. That was kind of fun. And I've waxed all of these as well. A little stain right there. That one's the pencils. This one's the unicorn. But as you can see, I've just done an assortment of different things. Alcohol marker, water-based marker, pencils, gel pens. This one was alcohol marker, where I picked up the pen and then put it back on, and then it just got darker. It almost looks like a river went through there, but it is what it is. The whole thing is a learning process. This is when I was trying to learn how to do texture on grass. And right here is when I started to just pick random things on a page just to color, and I went through the whole book and colored all the skin with my alcohol marker. And so everything else is just whips. But every single page in this book has color on it, as you can see. Now this one I colored with my daughter. She helped me color it, and this was when she was 4 years old. Tomorrow is actually her birthday, and she will be 7. And so you can tell how long I've had this book. I really should finish this book before she turns 8, you know, give myself a year. Here she has tried to help me. I think this is pencil. I think I can erase it, but yeah, I'm really, like I said, I'm really close. I bet I could, if I really wanted to, I probably could do 1 page a month or 1 page a week, and it would finish up so quickly, and I finished this one already. So yeah, that is a fairy's tale. Like I said, I'm really close. I should just finish it, but I have a hard time finishing books. But there's that one. At least all of the pages have color on them, which is a good thing. Next one I have here is Puzzled, an autism coloring book by Tabitha Barnett. Tabitha actually sent this to me. She has autistic children, and so do I. It was very kind of her to send this to me. Here is the autism bear. If you guys aren't aware, if there's a blue bear or like a blue Halloween bucket in front of someone's house, it indicates that someone in that household has autism, or they have treats that are not candy for those children that can't have those type of things. So whenever you see an autism ribbon, it will either be the puzzle piece ribbon or a blue ribbon. I did this one on Mother's Day because I'm an awesome mama, because I'm an autism mama. So yeah, I did that one. Straight color. I did this one for my son last year. This is for my son Wyatt. He's autistic. He's 18 years old because he's awesome. And I gave him a red shirt because his favorite color is red. And I wrote his name right here. And then I couldn't leave my little guy out. His name is Ethan, and he's autistic as well. And he actually has a shirt that looks like this. It's one of his favorite shirts to wear. So I colored this one for him. So I like to color in this book every April because it's Autism Awareness Month in April. So I like to pull this one out in April. Next one I have is the last one I'm going to show you guys tonight, and it's Broken Circles Adult Coloring Book Volume 2. I purchased the PDF copy off of Tabitha's website, and then I went to this UPS store and had them print and spiral bind it. And I kept this grayscale so that if I wanted to color it as grayscale, I could. If I don't, I'll just leave it. It's fine. And I've done this one, which is the Cinderella page. Did this one July 2020. There's lots of gel pen on here. I used some different water-based markers that I do not like. And I mean, it's done. For the longest time, I just didn't like it, so I just wouldn't finish it. And so one day I just said, no, I'm just going to finish it because I can't stand to have it as a whip. So yeah, this is how it came out. This pumpkin doesn't even look orange. Looks like a neon pink. But yeah, maybe she has a pink pumpkin. This next one, I did this in January of 2020. And this one I used some, they're water brush, what are they? they're markers, but they're brush pens and they're water based. And they're not Ohuhus. They're just some random set that my sister sent to me in the mail. And she goes, I'm not going to use these. Here, have some fun. So I colored this one with it. And I think it's cute. I can tell I can do definitely a better job than this, but I still think it's cute. I do like the texture on the mushrooms. And then last one is a whip. And I started this in pencils. So this is the little old lady in the shoe. And I really do enjoy these Broken Circle books of Tabitha's. I think they're very unique, one of kind. You can always tell it's one of hers because of this concept, and I just think they're really cute. So yes, there's that one. But that finishes the completed pages for today. This actually went through quite a few that I had in my shelf. And then I'll be able to continue on the next one. Thank you so much for watching and your patience. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, if you have any questions, let me know. And I will see you guys next time. Happy colors, everyone, and keep smiling.